Okay, so I know when earlier I said that I was going to use a tray mold to make handles so that I could use it on what I was going to create. I made 4 of them because I was, thinking that, but they were not quite wide enough for what I was thinking I was going to do. So I came up with an alternative plan, and I put just clear resin, UV resin, in just the foot part, this little part down here. And so this is what I have. Little feet. And I also printed out on my Cricut some Hello Kitty stickers. This was using the clear printable vinyl for the Cricut machine. It works pretty good. Will tell you now, I didn't quite get them on straight, but you know what? It's going to do. So what I'm getting ready to do now is take some UV resin and top coat this because these, I said this is a vinyl. It's not a DTF sticker or anything like that. It's just a printable Cricut vinyl, and we're going to top coat these, and then we'll get to arranging and creating or building my piece, and I'm hoping it will go good. We shall see. All right, so we're back. I believe I lost video when I was explaining what I was going to do with the stickers. So I did put a top coat of UV resin on each of these right here and cured them. I did not put them on the shelf in the light because I was worried that it might wrinkle up or something. So I did hold them in there for a few seconds and then placed them down on the bottom of the machine or the light so that they would finish curing. So I think now, if we're good, we are going to go ahead and try to assemble this piece. I am not going to tell you what it's going to be, but I will let you watch me try to make it. I will be using these 2 coasters that I made. This coaster I made, they're all holographic, although with the colors I used, you really can't see it per se. I mean, if you turn it the right way, this and that, you might catch a reflection of it, but again, you're probably not going to see it. The Hello Kitties were also, I believe they're keychains or purse charms, although they're a little big. They were supposed to be holographic as well, but even before I top coated all that, I really didn't see the holographics on it. But again, it could be the color that I used. So I'm not going to stress about that. And so this is, like I said, these are all going to be made out of these coasters and made with the Hello Kitties and the little feet that I made out of the bottom of a tray handle. And this was the handle, but it was just too hard trying to cut the feet off of them. So then I just decided to put clear UV resin in there and just the feet of it and make those so I had less work to do with them. So we'll be using those. We're going to be using J-Diction high viscosity resin, UV resin, and we're also going to be using some E6000. I was doing a little experiment earlier to see, because I noticed the other day when I was using this for something, I don't even remember what, that it was just getting really tacky real fast, and I thought, is this light sensitive? So I did a little experiment with just a dab of this a while ago. Hit it with my UV torch and that cutest little kitty cat. don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, hit it, and it did. It just tacked up. So I'll probably have to do this build in sections, only because I don't know how well either it's going to work, but let's go to it and try it. So I hope everybody is doing good this afternoon, and that you are doing well and not having storms or anything like that. Here again, like I said, it is super hot in North Carolina. Hopefully we're going to get a cool down soon. But where I live at, we're kind of stuck between, in the middle. We got mountains on one side and we got the ocean on the other side. So the humidity just piles right in here. All right, so we're going to take, let's see, do I matter which one I use? No, like I said, they are both pretty even. They're not perfectly straight, but I did the best that I could do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little kitty cat here. I'm going to take 2 of the feet. Or maybe I should do it on this portion and then on the cat. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take, let's see, where's a popsicle stick? Just so I can keep them straight. I am going to take a little bit of the E6000 and a little bit of the UV resin, and just so we can tack it. Just like that. Just a drop. This will be the tricky part for me because I don't feel really well with my fingers because I have carpal tunnel in both hands. I've had surgery twice, but you know, it does stop being effective after, you know, a number of years. And all right, so we're going to keep that there. We're going to hit this with the torch. Hold that for just a little bit. Hopefully this will go through. I want to tack it first before I put it in the UV light. My light is a double-sided, so I have a top and bottom. And we're going to hope that this works because I've never done this before. I, you know, create things with different mediums, but we'll see. Trying to make sure it stays straight, because that's going to be pretty important to the remainder of the build. Now, once we get so far along, put in the comments what you think the end project of this is going to be. I've actually have struggled with exactly what I was going to do with it. I just knew that it was something I wanted to try, so I'm winging it, and hopefully it will work. So cross your fingers, say your prayers for me. And worst case scenario is if it doesn't turn out, then well, it was a learning experience. Excuse me. While we're waiting on this, I would like again to just take the opportunity to say thank you to each one of you that have watched and subscribed and liked and hopefully shared. It does mean a lot, and each day when I see my subscriber list is growing or numbers, I get such a kick out of it. It's like, wow, people are actually watching this. This is pretty cool. And if you subscribe, it tells me, hopefully, that you're wanting to see more of this. And once I get my room fully organized and things, I will get out some of my other craft supplies, and we'll make something else other than just resin. Now, like today, you know, this is a mixed media because I am using my Cricut machine with the vinyl. Not really a whole lot of mix, but a mix nonetheless. Alright, so I'm going to take this now. Hopefully that's tacked down. Yep. And we're going to do the same thing with another one. We're going to once again take some E6000, put a dab on it. Get the UV resin. Let me see if I can get that E6000 spread out just a little bit more. There we go. Set that there. Once again, we're going to put hopefully get this foot tacked down. So I did receive some items that I ordered from Amazon, and when I get done with this, I'll show you one of the things, because when I opened it, I got so tickled because they're very cute. They're just not quite what I thought they were going to be, but they'll still work for what I want them to work for the most part. But I was like, this doesn't really look like what I thought I was ordering, but they're precious. They're very, very cute. So don't let me forget to show you those at the end of this video, because you'll love them. Oh, but definitely not quite what I was thinking. And then on another video, I'll show you the other things that I purchased. I like to share that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in some of those items, you can go buy them. I don't have any affiliation with Amazon, but I will put the links in there in the description of the video, so you can either if you like them, you can buy them, or if you're not sure and you look at them like, wait, she said those weren't quite what she was thinking, maybe it's not what I want. So hopefully that will be helpful to you. All right, let's check this now, see if it's, whoops. I ordered this little torch flashy lamp, as it's called, off of enailculture.com. I've had it for a while, and all right, so let's go ahead and set that in there, put it under the big one. But it does the trick. And I just thought it was really cute. And I will link this too, just in case you have a liking for little things like this. And look, it's even got a little bow on it. and it's e-nail, like nails, culture, or couture, excuse me, it's not culture, it's couture.com, enailcouture.com. It's so cute. I don't know if they still have it. I will look, and if they do, then I will definitely put that in my description box for you. Okay, let's see what we're looking like. That's good. We're going to turn that off. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to take one of our little kitty cats here, and we're going to put it right there. Cute. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We are going to put some E6000, some UV resin, and I'm going to need to take my tray out of there because this is definitely not going to fit once I do this. So let's go ahead and we're going to put my dotting tool here and just kind of spread that out a little bit before I put the UV resin on it. Then we'll put our little dot of UV resin on there. Okay, and we are going to take our little cat friend, just like so. Oops, or not. I may have to hold it. Okay. So I'm excited. I get to go for my first ever ride in a Model A car tonight. The only other antique vehicle I've ridden in is a 1959 Willie. And my friend, her husband does, custom cars and remodel, remakes or whatever. And he did this Jeep, and it's pristine. It looks like showroom. The paint job, the interior, they try to keep it, pretty original, as far as everything and what way it should look. And I tell you, it's a gorgeous vehicle. So she asked me yesterday if I had ever ridden in a Model A, and I said no. She's like, would you like to? And I was like, well, sure. I can do my queen wave, kind of like, oh. Or maybe I'll do the princess. Hi. Or just smile. Yeah, I may just smile. Who knows? This piece has taken me a lot of thinking to do. trying to get it done. Hopefully it will turn out in my mind the way I'm praying it'll turn out. We'll see. And I can't tell. I may need to clip this little ear right here. Just a teensy bit. Alright. Let's see if we can put this under the big lamp. Ooh, just barely, just barely. Put it in there for a few minutes. Anybody got any ideas what we are going to have at the end of this? Don't forget, put it in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. And maybe, yeah, why not? I'll give a prize to the first person that guesses what it is. Just be a little something, just to show my appreciation. But, yeah, let's do that. Tell you, I've had a fit with these gloves today. Each pair that I've put on has torn as I'm doing something, like trying to adjust, because I just can't stand the fingers to be loose. It drives me batty. So I'm always going like this, and then next thing you know, now since I am not really touching the UV resin as I would sometimes, I've only got one pair of gloves on. Cross your fingers. We'll see. All right. Take that out. That's looking pretty cute. What do you think? Next step will be an interesting step. So now we need 2 more of our little feetsies. Or do we? Let me think about this for a second. Now I'm thinking we won't. Let me see. Trying to see if I like it with or without better. I'm thinking I want it with, because I want to be able to see the ears. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to do that. We're going to put one here, one here. Oh, wait. Think about something else here. So if you are other resiners, how did you get started? What made you decide to get into resin? I actually started by doing tumblers. I had seen a bunch and I knew I wanted to learn it. I had never really got into it. And then I started working with a friend of mine. She came to work for the same county I work for. And she said she did tumblers. And then we learned that we both liked all these crafts. And I asked her if she would teach me how to do tumblers. And she said, sure. So she came over one Saturday morning, showed me, how to spread the resin, and all that stuff. And so I started doing tumblers. So if you ever want a tumbler, I can definitely do those for you. I may, eventually do some videos in that once I get my stuff organized again. And that's how I got into the resin, because then I started watching these, videos, and people were doing, these things, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. And so I bought molds, and then I bought some resin, and then I started doing that. And then the more I got into it, the more I really liked it, because you never know exactly what's going to happen with resin. All right, so we'll get the next one on. And that is how I got started into it. Yeah, I will tell you one thing, this E6000 stuff stinks. Okay. Hey, he looks like he's got horns. Yeah. It's kind of funny. So I was speaking to another crafter that has a channel, and was asking them, some tips and tricks kind of thing. And she said that, people said they wanted to see a variety of crafts. So I was like, well, I definitely can do that. I can do sublimation, I can do repurposed items, one-of-a-kind creations that I make. So I can do that. Because not everybody is interested in resin. I get it. I understand. Alright, so let's see if we can set this close to the light enough that we can get it some light on there for a few minutes. Now after I get this next piece added, I may put you on a fast forward because the process is going to be pretty close to what I'm doing right now, and I don't, you know, you don't need to sit and watch me do that 20 times, or not 20, but you know. So far it's going according to my plan.